Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, first off, Happy New Year, Happy 2023 to everybody. We all made it. And yeah, blessings for the new year. Hope you guys had a fun time and you're in good shape to review some tech tree stuff today. So what we're going over today is some potential day one paths. Now this season is a little bit different because typically the way we've done this before is, you give it a day and then we can kind of see exactly how the path is going to play out. This season is not really like that. This could go any which way and it's really kind of up in the air. So with that being said, it's going to be very important to stay plugged into social media, subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course. We will be going live Monday at 3 a.m. Eastern time, I do believe. So you can watch me screw it up and then you guys can make your choices from there. But yeah, stay plugged into the socials, Reddit, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, and Twitter, I guess. Not really Twitter, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, so let's talk about this now. So it looks like, right out of the gates, yeah, we're going to be heavy rushing. So don't upgrade the Cryoneers. And, I would do a minimalist kind of starting path this season. I'm not going to go guns blazing, all out because, like I said, we don't know exactly which way the tech tree is going to lean towards. Offense, defense, or skipping ahead. My initial bet is skipping ahead is probably going to be best. But at least this tech tree, it gives us the option if we really want to tech ride. I mean, we have heavies unlocked automatically. That's our last node. So I think what I'm probably going to do is go cannon, rifleman, engine room, medics, and then I think we want to take that bottom path. I think we want to get artillery and go straight for brick. I think brick is a good stopping point because, we're going to take that bottom path at some point eventually anyways. With brick unlocked, that gives us the option of going back for building health, maybe grabbing defenses, or to continue going forward because that's a lot of tech out of the gates. To get to brick will probably take, since I finished 2350, it'll probably take me a couple iron chests to collect to even just get there. So I think that's a good stopping and just kind of assessment point because I wouldn't want to get the cryo tanks unless we know that they're good. And then, we have flares and troop damage. I think flares and troop damage with brick and building health, I think that's probably going to be our first run to gold, maybe adding shocks in there. Some sort of combination. We don't know exactly how that's going to play out just yet. That's what's going to get us into golds in some area, right? Now, if we backtrack for a minute, we have the troop health back here. I think that's going to be, kind of required as well. It's only 18 keys, so I mean, it's not a huge, investment. It's not a huge key sink, thankfully, but we only have heavies, we only have that troop health, and then we're facing a lot of defenses really quickly. Thankfully, we do have shock bombs. Shock bombs make a big difference. So I think it's gonna be one of those things where we kind of need all of that stuff unless we're able to push super hard, super early with some sort of combination of all of that. But as we move forward, I think that's really important. I don't know if grenadiers are going to be useful because I don't think I don't think we're gonna have a problem clearing. I mean, maybe, but I would go rocket choppers over grenadiers because grenadiers are just a key sink. We're not going to use them for a long time, right? Now, an interesting thing here is if we look at the critter launchers, I'll unlock them here, and if we max them out, that actually only gives us 3 critter launchers if we go over to my defensive tab. So we only have at max level 3 critter launchers opposed to 4, which is good. But we get another one way down here, right? So there is going to be 4 critter launchers at some point, but that's after 70 yard. We might even be parked before then, who knows? But yeah, so I'm thinking, let's backtrack a bit. I'm thinking artillery is going to be really strong too. I know people will have building health, but, and I don't think there's a GBE node, but artillery is going to be tough because we've got to spend a lot of tokens elsewhere. So maybe it's worth skipping artillery too, going flames, building health, mine node, which gives us the option for brick, flares, and troop damage a little bit earlier, opposed to artillery, which we may or may not be using, right? So, again, it's one of those things. It just kind of depends. It's tough, but it's something to think about. Now, if we move forward a little bit, and this is kind of like the rushing zone, like, is there anything up here that's good enough to skip all the stuff basically we just talked about? The answer is probably yeah. The rocket choppers could be early diamond, because if you think about it, we also have shock bombs with them, and flares, and troop damage, and we don't have boom cannons. Boom cannons are far away. We do have rocket launchers, but I don't think people that get rocket choppers are going to be facing rocket launchers early on, anyways. Because I mean, aside from that, what can hit them? Cannons and sniper towers. So, do we have any multi-nodes? No, eh? But we do have a sky shield over here, which is interesting. That's a super early sky shield. Now, the sky shield makes it tricky for what? Heavy rush, right? And it makes it better for rocket choppers, in my opinion, because they can sit back and they can shoot stuff. Heavies, they're just going to get, they're not going to be able to flare the engine early. So that makes it tough for them. Sky Shield also makes mines stronger. All of that, though, is bypassed with the rocket choppers. So I think Heavy Rush is obviously going to be good early on because that's what we used to attack right out of the gates always. But moving forward from there, I don't know how long they're going to be good for. I mean, yeah, we got shocks, we got some troop damage, and potentially artillery to take out mines. But other than that, we're just, we've got regular mines, boom mines, and shock mines right out of the gate. So that's going to be tough for Heavy Rush as well. And then also we've got a DBD coming up here too. And if, I don't know, microwave or hot pot, those can be shocked, those can be dealt with. So Everspark's on a lonely node, which is good. As we move forward here, it gets really hard to predict what's going to be good and what's not going to be good, but we can at least look at what's here. Rushing to boom cannons, that's usually an early push point, and then of course we have our seekers. Now, this is where it gets a little bit controversial, and this is where, again, it's one of those things, it's super hard to predict. I can't say for certain if seekers are going to be, 100% the way to go right out of the gates, or, I was seeing a lot of guys, a lot of higher level guys today talking about how seekers might not actually be the answer, just based on the defenses, and rocket choppers might be better, and seekers. The thing is that they're going to be good in this window here, but how long are they going to be good for? Right? Do we really want to? I mean, we have to unlock them, so there's that, but it might not be as seeker dominant a season as we've seen in the past. So. And then after we move up here, it gets really crazy. We got bullet, we got laser rangers, we got troop damage, we got one extra boom cannon, not two. What else do we have there? Mortars, sniper towers? Okay, nothing too wild. Critters, GBE. I think that's our first GBE node, which is kind of wild. But yeah, then it gets crazy because then we get heavy choppers, Kavan. Now the hidden warriors. Let's talk about this for a second. So the hidden warriors, in my opinion, from what I've seen. They don't seem that strong. I don't really understand why anybody would really use them, other than maybe doing something weird like this. You can see on this attack that I showed you in the sneak peek yesterday, just running around, clearing mines and stuff. That one actually somehow got out from under smoke. That was just one boat, but I don't see them being useful. I think they're also fairly expensive to upgrade, so I don't see the hidden warriors being a part really of any meta. Other than maybe, I don't really see it. You guys let me know if you do. And I mean, we'll see when the season comes out, but I don't see them being that good unless you're going to do something like this. But even then, it's not like they're going to clear a ton of mines, right? Like they're going to die to 2 or 3 mines, and, that's potentially a lot of flares. I mean, that was kind of good. We did open that up a bit, but, what are we using? We're using heavy choppers. Why are we going to waste a full boat, on warriors to move mines and flares around? Obviously, that's not what everyone's doing, but I don't know. It's it's going to be interesting for sure to see if there are any uses for them. I think they're a cool troop. I'd like to see them earlier on in the tech tree, I think, rather than later. Especially this season, it was like, why not put them right at the beginning of the tree and move heavies or something? Because we're going to have to use them, and we don't have bombardiers. So I don't know. Interesting stuff. You guys let me know what you think down below in those comments. We got 100 building health, 100 DBDs, so not a crazy, fizzle season, but the 50 troop health, man. They keep giving us the 50 troop health. We got the TD to deal with stuff, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but you guys let me know what you're thinking of on day one. I think it's been one of those things, we just got to wait, be patient. Don't unlock everything, get yourself stuck on day one. That's a good recipe to have a bad season. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think of that down below in the comment section. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if it's interesting, entertaining, or informative. Happy New Year's, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. Chicken out. Back.